Here we have Aleksandar Simovic, just a few questions, 10 minutes QA session, okay? So, Aleksandar, you're from Belgrad, Serbia, and as I know, you're organizing ChernivtsiJS meetups, yeah, mostly meetups, right?
Yeah,
so what can you...
Workshops as well and things like that.
Okay, so what can you tell about Belgrad.js, about community you're organizing, and about Belgrad in general, like why people in this hall should like attend your meetup, visit Belgrad, and so on?
Yeah, so JS Belgrade was started maybe 4 years ago, maybe even 5 now, and it's a meetup we actually started by itself. There wasn't anything existing. And after now 4 years, it grew like almost up to 2,000 people, you know. So it's actually a huge community. And yeah, because as in Ukraine, you know, there's also lots of developers in Belgrade, and we kind of found it, you know, to develop it, and you know, kind of invite everybody to learn, share their knowledge, and things like that. And yeah, well, Belgrade is also a very big city. Actually, it's on a confluence of 2 rivers. Has a bit of similar architecture like ChernivtsiJS and it really is a place where you can, I would say, a bit philosophically a paradox, because it's a city for young and the old at the same time. You can go to a lot of parties, like almost every day, and on the river as well. So, and at the same time you have places where you can enjoy and things like that. Yeah, so I think, you know, there is something interesting to see. I think I would invite everybody who can come and join, and come to our meetups. We organize once a month, like regular meetups, and we have even workshops sometimes. We're going to have an Alexa workshop, actually, how to develop Alexa skills with JavaScript. So.
Nice. Okay. So, as I know, your girlfriend lives in Paris, right? So you're 50-50 in Paris and
yes.
in Belgrad. So you probably know about Paris and French communities in general. So what can you say about it?
I can say first, learn French, because they're not going to learn English for you. They're going to speak it. They're really focused on French. So Paris is a beautiful city, as you all know, you know, but it's really focused on French, so even if you go to their meetup, they're not going to be speaking English. They are a very open community, but still they're focusing on French. They have a lot of groups. It's a huge city, a huge amount of communities there. Like, for example, for JavaScript, they have ChernivtsiJS, which is even a longer organization, an older organization than JS Belgrade. So they're really also huge, and you can learn a lot from them as well. Very open, and I really suggest when you're in Paris, of course that's a geeky thing to do, you know, to visit the Paris.js community, but again, you should meet them and, you know, try, you know, I think they are really are interested into, you know, meeting everybody and kind of getting this, they have like a brotherly, you know, all these JavaScript communities have this like a brotherly opening where they welcome each other and they're, you know, willing to meet new people who are into JavaScript.
Yeah, neat. So everyone visits Paris and Belgrad, and you are the author of serverless book. So you just posted a promo code for our attendees. So how did you came out to the idea that you should write a book? Was your intention, or maybe someone asked you?
Well, actually, book came at one point that we didn't ever expect it. We were just doing open source, so we created a tool, you know, to help with the serverless applications deployment or whatever. And, you know, you just basically deliver some value to the community. And because we did it, like, we started a couple of years ago, at one point, you know, this publishing house recognized by us as some parts of, like, some leaders of the community, whatever. And they like just sent some like email, hey, would you like to write a book for us? And that's how it goes.
Okay, another question. I've seen on ProductConf that you built a new product called Désolé, right?
Désolé, yeah, it's French.
Yeah, but something in French. Okay. Yeah. So what is this all about?
Well, this product is, again, I would not even say it's a product. I would basically say it's a tool for developers. free. We basically built something like, if you're familiar with Sentry or Raven or something like that. So we made something that you can put it on your provider, some services for free on a click of a button. It's serverless, so the data is all yours. So it's something like we did it as a hobby project, and it went out like crazy. So yeah, it was fun.
So the difference between Sentry, for example, is that this way, right, is open source and it's free, right?
No, Sentry is also open source, and you have free parts of Sentry. But for example, with Sentry, you need to set up your own stuff from the beginning. On this side, you have, if you're, for example, I don't know, a serverless person, you want to have that, you just click deploy. There's basically even a button where you deploy your application immediately. So it's kind of like a streamlined way where you keep your own data. It's a niche, some sort, that we kind of position for that. For people who want to do stuff for free and they want to own their data and to, in a way, be serverless at the same time, pay for what they use.
Yeah, and as I understand, it's highly integrated with AWS, right?
Yes. I mean, you probably know this in the presentation. I do a lot of like S3 serverless functions, Lambda, things like that. So yeah, we're kind of in love with AWS in a way because of they're the first in the serverless world. So yeah.
Okay. And the last question is, what you can suggest to our the people in this hall? Like any suggestion, advice, maybe?
Well, continue doing JavaScript. That's definitely the language of the future. You're gonna meet a lot of people along your way. You're gonna really condescend and say you're doing JavaScript, things like that. It's happening all the time. But just keep being yourself, keep doing JavaScript, and everything's gonna be alright, because you can now build the JavaScript almost anywhere, and it's just gonna become even more and more present on any possible platform and device. So don't give up, just push and don't worry.
So your applause to Aleksandar Simovic.
Okay.